Delta State Ministry of Technical Education has commenced the sale of admission forms into pre-vocational 1, that is JSS 1, and vocational 1, that is SS 1 classes into the 2025 academic session. Candidates that have passed the primary school leaving certificate
Can this thing
examination
stand on
and
its own?
have not exceeded 13 years of while candidates that have passed the Basic Education Certificate Examination (BECE) will be eligible for entry into Vocational 1. Eligible candidates should make payment of 3,000 naira into the Delta State Ministry of Technical Education account for an online registration scratch card from any Zenith bank near them. The registration scratch card can be picked up after payment from any of the technical colleges across the state or the ministry headquarters in Asaba. Please note that the sale of forms and submission of online registration while the entrance examination will hold on Saturday, 10th of August 2024 by 9 a.m. in all the technical colleges across the state. All candidates will be tested on their basic knowledge of English studies, mathematics, and vocational aptitude. For inquiries or assistance, call 0803 469 5015 or 0805 186 4533. You can also visit Delta State Ministry of Technical Education Headquarters, Asaba. Signed, Dr. Gloria Patrick Ferife, Permanent Secretary.
Deltans, have you heard about the 7,000 naira premium of the Delta State Health Insurance Scheme? With just 7,000 naira only, you can enjoy quality health care and drugs for one whole year in any hospital of your choice, whether government or private. There is more. The Commission is also calling on all well-meaning individuals, organizations, associations, unions, churches, and religious houses, corporate bodies, civil societies, alumni associations, and groups to pay the premium for as many indigent persons around them as possible. What an opportunity to save lives at a minimal cost. To register, visit the head office of the Delta State Contributory Health Commission at number 10 DBS Road, Asaba, or at any of our liaison offices located in every local government area in Delta State or in any government hospital closest to you.
Country people, flood water don't reach our domot again. Oh, plenty communities when they we stay. Now water won't wash comot so. Oh yeah, make we begin clear our gutters and other places when they block water, and make we kuku begin park comot for areas when water won't carry. Make una sabi say this period yama disease go dey fly up and down. Make una also meet health people for treatment quick when una sick. Keep una body and surroundings clean. Oh, Delta State government don sit down gidigba to help communities wey flood don affect. State government go build IDP camps for people wey flood don affect, make them stay for some time. Government go arrange everything when e go make life better for we country people. Make you no waste time. Our life na our matter. Na the Delta State government.
My station, your station, Trend 100.9 FM.
Coordinator Delta South Delta Youth Peace and Development Initiative, Comr Odabi Comr. Coordinator Delta Youth Peace and okay, Delta North. Okay. Phones are silent. Sure. Alright. So just use your mic very well. It's mono directional.
Thank you so much for staying there. And if you've just joined us, this is the top 3 right here on Trend 100.9 FM. My name is Chidi Abere Ndukwe. All right, let's delve into the matter of discourse that we have to look at for you today. The Nigerian government has scheduled an emergency meeting on Wednesday in response to a planned nationwide protest
slated for August 1, 2024. This is according to a circular signed by the Permanent Secretary of the Cabinet Affairs Office, Richard Filangwa, dated July 23rd, 2024, titled Planned Nationwide Protest. It reads, I'm directed to invite you to attend a meeting with slated as follows: July to the government of the Federation Conference Room. Now, the meeting is coming after President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, through the Minister of Information, Mohammed Idris, pleaded with Nigerians to halt the planned protest. Now, in an interview with State House correspondents on Tuesday, the minister said Tinubu's administration needed more time to execute people-oriented programs. Meanwhile, the planned protest comes amid the spiraling hardship in Nigeria as core inflation and food inflation increased to 34.19% and 40.87% respectively. The implication has continued to impact on prices of commodities as the purchasing power of Nigerians shrinks. Nigerians had insisted on the protest despite the recent approval of the 70,000 naira minimum wage and its passage on Tuesday by the Nigerian Senate. The protest was inspired by the month-long protest in Kenya, which saw citizens demanding the reversal of the Finance Act and other anti-government policies by the Kenya government. We are having this conversation today, and joining us to do that, we have representatives of the Delta Youth Peace and Development Initiative. I have Comr Odabi Comr. Good afternoon to you, sir.
Good afternoon. Pleasure meeting you.
Yes, thank you for joining us. And also joining us is the Delta North coordinator of the group, Comr Odabi Friday. Good to have you, and thank you for joining us too.
Thank you for having me.
All right. So the conversation now is around the protest. I know your group. You represent a group now that has now joined the many other persons who are appealing to Nigerians not to, embark on that protest. I have your statement from the press briefing you had yesterday, or a meeting, and you have distanced yourself from, from that protest and saying you don't want to, be part of that. I think we also saw something from the non-indigenous Delta State too, who have also said they don't want to be part of that. But let's take it from, I'll go with you first now. You're facing me directly, Comrade Odabi Comr.
Yeah.
What is the stance or the position of your group as far as that planned protest in Nigeria is concerned?
The position of our group is that the youth body, should not participate in that protest, because anything that has to do with youth is always accompanied with violence, and if the protest is allowed to continue, it will transform from protest to riots, and so many things will be destroyed. Life and properties will equally be destroyed. School students will not be able to go to school. They will stay at home. Even most of these flow stations we see that are generating money, you will see that they will be shut down. There will be no movement. Everybody will remain. The protest is going to start us from the 1st of August till the 10th of August. Meaning you will remain at home. You will not even visit market. People will not be selling things. So that's why we are saying that we should not participate in the protest. Youths in Delta State and Nigeria at large.
I'm not sure what these persons who are planning this protest are calling for is a shutdown, because what you have just described sounds to me like a shutdown. Some sort of, if we want to borrow what is happening in the East, where they say sit at home. But that's not what they say, protest. And if I understand, my own definition of protest is if people just go out on the street, could just be some sort of demonstration to, disrupt some things, but not totally asking people not to go to market and whatnot. But let me come to Comrade Odabi Friday. It does appear that if we keep on saying people cannot protest, it's almost like there are other options there. So if you would want to, first of all, help us go through some of those other ways you feel people should be able to engage the government instead of protesting.
From my days as a child, all through my secondary school as a student, I never witnessed a school riot that never ended up becoming chaotic. So in this time that Nigeria is so volatile because our economy is not smiling, I don't think it will just end as a protest. It will definitely going to degenerate into a riot, and so many things will be disrupted. Our economic will no longer move as it's supposed to be, because definitely those who are really hungry will definitely loot shops. Schools, no, I don't think any parent will allow the children to go to school on maybe on Monday or Tuesday when the protest is on. Doctors will not want to go to work because they'll be afraid. I don't think the average market woman will like to carry her wares to the market, seeing people trooping out on the street, because they say a hungry man is an angry man. As hungry as our youths are, as we are, not just the youths today.
I mean, we are all hungry.
Yeah, we are hungry. Let me put it that way. Because when I say we are all hungry, is you can have 10,000 in your pocket now. You feel you have money. Go and buy something.
You will not see what
you will not buy much. But, but let me finish.
Okay.
But with this, within these 10 days, if this protest is allowed to go on, let's say for just 5 hours, some of us that don't even have something to eat, we want to pick from somebody.
Now, I like that you recognize the fact that we are all hungry. So there is a problem here. Now, so the economic hardship is biting harder. Now, what, in your opinion, do you think that the federal government should be doing at the moment to reduce the hardship in the land?
Because number one is reversal of those harsh policies they are working with.
What are the policies here?
One of them that is even affecting our foreign exchange. That is why
the flotation of the naira?
Yeah, the naira is no longer what it used to be. It's no longer what it used to be. If they can work on that, open up the borders, help us to grow our own market. You see, there are other nations that don't buy things that are produced outside their own country. We are well to do. We can produce lots of things. Like where I work, I wouldn't want to go to say where I work. There is a machine we want to use to do a certain thing that we went to China to get the price. It's over 300 million for just one machine. And when God so kind, the company gave like the sketch of the machine, and we took it to Oka. And when they look at it, they said they can design it at a cheaper rate. Though it will not look exactly like the one.
Okay, let me go to Comrade Christian here now. I know a number of persons who are saying we do not want this protest. We cannot afford another protest in Nigeria. Are all quoting or referencing the NSAS protest that happened in October of 2020. Is that also where you are aligning your decision or premising your decision on? Or could there be another reason you think Delta youth should not join this protest? Because that's what you're asking for. You don't want Delta youth to join this protest.
We don't want it to join the protest. You know, my first comment, you said it is you don't see it as protest, but riot. You don't see it as riot, but protest.
I don't see it as shutdown.
You don't see it as shutdown, but protest. Let me take your mind down to NSAS. You will call it protest. But was it really protest?
It started as a protest.
It started as protest, and it ended up with what? Riot. You see people, cars, they were destroyed. In a situation whereby you are agitating for a change, and you see things being destroyed, it's no longer called protest. It is riot. So it is better for us to stop it, for us not to embark on the protest, than go into the protest and end up with riot.
But what if we were able to get the losing faith in our security agents to handle this situation?
To me, I don't really want us to go to that extent that maybe security agents are going to help the situation. To me, let us not embark on the protest. Let our youths be at home and let them do their normal daily work that they are doing. It is those who will not have hands to work that are calling for the protest. The hoodlums in the society, they are the people calling for the protest. So to me, let us not go into the protest. It will not help issue. Rather, it will help to add more injury to what we already have. That is how I look at it.
So, as a youth body, Comrade Odabi, if you want, you can answer this now. As a youth body, are you comfortable? Are you happy with the state of affairs in Delta State under the leadership of Governor Sheriff Oborewori? What's your assessment of his performance as governor in the last 1 year?
For me, he has done excellently well. You know why I would say that? If you look at the government, the constituent of the executive arm, it's the youths are more than 40%.
More than 40.
Look at the commissioners, he nominated. The commissioner working with him currently. Look at the just concluded local government election. They made it mandatory that the 25 local government, all the councillors should be below 40 years. That was what is obtainable. In my own local government, the chairman is less than 40 years. So I think the youths are now coming up. And if we look deeper, you see that the youths are now more of the youth are being engaged. More of our youths are off the street, if we must be sincere. Because a lot of these appointments here and there, if I am appointed as an SC, for example, I will have a media person attached to me. And I even have an SC.
Somebody that is older than you.
And definitely. So the youths are now being more engaged. That's why I believe that in Delta State we are really experiencing the more agenda.
You sharing that sentiment?
Yes, I agree with him. The, Governor Sheriff Oborewori is a performing governor. A performing governor in the sense that what he promised, I believe he will always make sure he achieved it. Look at the flyovers he's doing in Warri. Look at what he's doing in Uhele, Unotodo Junction there. It has reduced traffic drastically. If you are going, there's free flow of vehicle, no hold up. So I believe he's a performing governor, and he's very ready to carry the youths along in the government. So we advise not to go on the protest.
All right. We have to pay some bills. When we come back, I would like to throw the phone lines open so our listeners can also engage with my guests here. We're talking about the planned protest, but they are advocating or campaigning for the sustenance of peace in Delta State, and so are calling on Delta youth not to be part of this protest. And they have given reasons why they think that is not the best form, the best way to address these issues. But we will have that conversation going in just a moment after this time. Do stay.
Looking for the perfect land investment in Asaba with zero worries? It can only be Chrysler. Introducing Lush Estate Phase 1 Ibuzo, selling at 3.5 million naira. Lush Estate Phase 2 Anwai, selling at 5.5 million naira. Lush Estate is a state-of-the-art modern estate developing fast with 24-hour power supply, gated community, eco-friendly environment, good road network, swimming pool and gym, recreational facilities. Buy a plot from Lush Estates today, with each plot measuring 465 square meter. Valid documentation. CFO available.
But let's be honest,
with an initial deposit of 1 million naira, you get an instant allocation. For more info, call to get a tour at Lush Estates today. 0915 558 0000
but they will not allow the people. They will send people to go and disrupt. EXA started peacefully. It was until the government started infiltrating with their own agents.
Integrity, client
service,
Basement Africa,
I get that
Delta's most indigenous entertainment company, is set to blow your mind this summer with the Basement Comedy Club. Oh yes, Basement Comedy Club will crack your ribs and leave you asking for more. Featuring Des Stalker, Deacon Famous, MC Casino, Frank the Don, Baba D, Don Talker, and MC Douglas. This is 100% comedy. Date July 28, 2024. Red carpet 6 p.m. Main event 7 p.m. Tickets available. Regular 5,000 naira. VIP 20,000 naira. Gold table 500,000 naira. Premium table 1 million naira. Venue Oruna Hall, Sweet Spirit Hotel, Asaba. Basement Comedy Club. It's time to laugh out loud. For more information, please call 0806 474 7518 or 0705 100 0056 or log on to www.basementafrica.com. Basement Comedy Club. See you there.
All right, let's go back. All right, thank you for staying there. We are still talking about the planned protest in Nigeria, and my guest in the studio with me from the Delta Youth Peace and Development Initiative. I have with me here the Delta South Coordinator, Comr Odabi Comr, and I also have the Delta North Coordinator of that group, Comr Odabi Friday. And their call this afternoon is that Delta State youths should sustain the peace and not participate in the national protest scheduled for August 1 to 10 nationwide. If you listen to us from when we started, they already itemized their reasons and why they feel we should not, or Delta youth should not be part of that protest. But let's flip it to you, the listener now, 0816-774-9851, 0816-774-9851, or 0807-122-857. You can also send us your messages via 0807-122-8571. When you call in, let us know your name and your location. Keep it brief, 1 minute, so we take all that callers. Hello, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon to you,
Welcome. Your name and location.
The guest in the studio, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, sir.
My name is Maruki Shita, sir.
All right, Mariko, 60 seconds.
Well, in as much as I don't support the protest, you understand, because I don't see the outcome of the protest is not going to heal anything. This is Nigeria. And you have many people that died. You understand? But I want to urge the people in the studio. The way it is, I don't think anybody will listen to you, because the hunger is very tight and very, very serious. But even if you say that you will not protest, looking at what's happening, you will get angry immediately. So I advise you people to tell the governor to meet the security agencies. They should strategize on how to secure people so that they will not go violent. And what you're supposed to be pushing is, people, please do not go violent, so that people will be on peaceful protest in the Delta State.
All right.
Tell them not to protest. It is not possible.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Marike, for joining us. Hello, good afternoon to you.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Welcome. Your name and location.
My name is Iwo Tukio, coming from my father.
All right, go ahead.
Please, I want to speak something very important to this particular protest. You know, everybody has been having one side view of the issue, but this is my own opinion. Nigeria is in a very bad state right now. A lot of youth are suffering, and we all know it's a global epidemic, or everybody is passing through. Current administration of government, it's not just only about Delta State. It's a nationwide protest. You can't tell me that you're begging the youth to show their protest while you're giving away to 5 billion for a vice president function to be due. It's like they said that it's a global protest. We all should be minimizing the cost. Both the cost of governance and the cost of we the youth should also show our own protest.
All right.
But once you're telling someone you're doing so and you're advising the person not to participate in the thing, that's you see there is one thing. So that's the only thing I want to contribute.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us. Hello, good afternoon to you.
Hello, good evening, Chidebere and Co.
Good evening. Welcome.
Thank you very much. This is Jude calling from Obolona.
All right, Jude, go ahead.
Yeah, I love my state. They are doing well, if I may say. But what is federal government doing? They are hearing this remonstrably, owning their seats, sitting, collecting money back home, and the president come out to say, please, let it be like this, let it be like this. The whole meeting that we're doing that about 70,000 hours and 52,000. I bet the other payment, after 1 you, Are they contact right? Look at we're having money here and there every meeting. What have they done? So what we need people not to be angry. I wouldn't want my state to be destroyed with any infrastructure or whatever the government is trying to put up. But the federation, what are they doing? So for crying out loud, federal government to stand up and do what's supposed to be done at the very right time.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jude, for joining us. Well articulated. I'll come back to you in the studio, but I think flip it back to you. Hello, good evening to you.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Welcome. Your name and location.
My name is Moses. I'm calling from Monaco.
All right, Moses, go ahead.
Yeah, good evening to the guests in the studio.
Yeah, good evening.
You know, sometimes I laugh because knowing the antecedents of our current president is the father of protest, if you want to go by that. And at every given time, he keeps making the same mistake at every time. For example, look at, I overheard one of the guests in the studio made mention of that the people that are planning this protest majorly are hoodlums. That is an offensive word. It's provocative. You don't say that because you cannot say that the people that want to participate or that is calling for the protest are hoodlums. It's not something you're supposed to say. Instead of doubting the tension, you are provoking the people the more. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for joining us there. Someone is asking here. We have a message here. Okay, let's take this call. Hello, good evening to you.
Good evening, sir.
Welcome. Your name and location.
My name is Frank from Asava.
All right, go ahead, Frank.
Okay. I would like to ask the gentleman on the radio there that since they are this administration, because I think this their group are the people that are supposed to be throwing jingles of peace, advocation, and the rest. But everything lies low up to now. The question we'll be looking at is that how do we get here? Because the youth has kept quiet for long, expecting the stakeholders to know what to do. But they say the system. So that is what is prompting all this protest.
All right.
To me, I will still encourage the youth to be patient. But for that day, I like us to protest a little so that to tell the government what we want.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. So it's almost in line with the question I have here, saying the Delta Youth Peace and Development Initiative. What is that group about? Who are you?
We are a group of youths that are agitating for good governance, but we believe in dialogue. That's why for now we are calling for dialogue. See, we don't, it's not time, it has not been time for us to come to the public to address the youth. But this is the time. Initially we started by addressing the government.
Okay, so you've been talking to the government.
Yes. But it's now time for us to address the youth, because the youth refuse to shield their soul. Why? Because the government has not done anything reasonable to ameliorate the suffering. That's why if you look at the press, we say government should work on our refineries.
Okay.
They should team up with Dangote. The things there, the equipments there, they are world-class equipment. If they can give him the supporting documents, the filings and all that, let him start refining. If that's not enough, they can also make it open. Do partnership, call on German companies to come into Nigeria and invest. If they can make Nigeria safe, if they can tackle, for me, I don't even why they were clamoring for increase in wage. I didn't even support that. If I were to be in a position, I would say let even the way remain at 30,000. Fix our road, give us light, give us security.
Okay.
If I earn 20,000 and I go to the market and I can buy something of 200 to make a meal for me and my family, 40,000 will be okay for me for the month.
All right.
But
So
if I earn 70 and I go to the market, I spend 80,000. The 70,000 is of no use.
all right. So in a nutshell, you're big on peace. You want peace.
Yes.
So how will that peace come about? Let me bring that to you, Comrade Christian, in just a few seconds as we wrap up.
We are agitating for peace, and for that peace to come, it is only through dialogue.
Okay.
Yes, only through dialogue, and we can only achieve the peace that we are agitating for. War doesn't cause anything good; rather, it causes destruction. It causes destruction. A liter of fuel will come down if there is massive production. It will come down, and the prices of goods and commodity will equally come down. For the common man to be able to go to the market and buy. When you are able to, with what you have, if you are able to go to market and buy something that you can eat with what you have, I think there will be no problem. There will be peace.
A message here says the best solution to avert this protest is for Mr. President and governors to do live broadcast to calm down the tempo. That's a message from Chokela. Let me use it as your parting words now. Would you think that would, have any weight if you insist that the president should come and address the people? Governors of respective states should also do that. With a live broadcast, douse the tension as the protest approaches.
It will. That's why we are coming up with this, what we are doing here. That's exactly what we are turning to.
All right, we're out of time. But gentlemen, let me just allow you, in 10 seconds each, your final words, message to the youth that you have come to address.
We are appealing that the youth embrace peace. It's only through that we can have peace. When there's peace, there's development. And I will only use this opportunity to urge our National Assembly to come up with the broadcast. I believe if he's out with the broadcast, it will silence the tension of the protest.
All right.
My final word is this. Delta Youth Nigeria, you let us embrace dialogue and keep on filing reports so that National Assembly will prevail on the federal government to work on their policies. And it's so harsh at the moment.
All right. Comrade Odabi Friday, Delta North Coordinator of the Delta Youth Peace and Development Initiative. Thank you so much for joining us on the show.
Thank you for having me, sir.
And the Delta South Coordinator, Comrade Otuo Christian. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
All right, that's the show. We'll continue the conversations. You're welcome to follow us on all our social media platforms at Trend 109 FM. My name is Chidiabere Ndukwe. Bye for now.
Oh, thank you. Let me have that your number.